Good afternoon, class. My name is Tevin. This is Stephen. This is say it louder. Okay, and this is Aaron. We're on the con side of this debate. So I'll take this moment to give you insight on why GMOs have a negative effect on human health. Every time we decide to buy a product, we're supporting so much more than our bodies. We're basically shaping the landscape of the entire food system. The market is only functional when buyers and sellers come together and participate in the exchange. As consumers, great power lies in our hands because we possess purchasing power, and we basically the sole reason companies like the grocery store remain in business. However, as population increases and food becomes scarce, the government and businesses must find ways to meet the rising demand and increase output. And when you examine the pro side of GMOs, numbers do show show an increase in the level of crop production. That point taken, that doesn't mean forego human health to increase supply. It's been 23 years since GMOs were introduced into the market, and there still hasn't been any conclusive studies on the effects of GMOs on humans. Is it not a right of American citizens to know what all our foods contain and the ramifications that follow after ingesting a particular food? A case study done on a case study that was done on rats that were fed. Yeah, it's obviously the same one you guys. This is the real one. Case study. Rats that were fed GMOs showing a higher percentage rate in stillborn births and an increase in their death rate. Another study performed on the gut and immune system of rats and mice found several changes in white blood cells key to defending the body against diseases. Hearing this news about GMOs has made me pessimistic, and even though the results, and even though it's not reasonable to assume the results found in rats apply to humans, it does show its harmful effects on the existing life form. As they mentioned, it's in our three major food crops: corn, soybeans, and canola. And a concerning fact I want to point out is the first one. It's in 70% of the food package are genetically modified. That is a problem of major concern, which brings me to our next point here. My left. Man, speak over.
Alright, so I got three main points about how GMOs were meant to reduce pesticides, but they haven't been, like lately through research and everything, they haven't been reducing any pesticides. So, to start off, let me ask you a question. Do GMOs really reduce the use of pesticides? If I asked any of you right now, you would have to do your research, right? But for my first point is GMOs were reported harmful to the environment, and firstly to start off with toxicity, and it is a huge surrounding chemical used with GMOs GMOs that stand for genetically modified, and when you genetically modify something, it means that you have to throw in chemicals, you have to throw in your own pesticides and herbicides, and this makes your crops pretty much poison to the environment and to like any non-toxic plants. So for example, like bees and butterflies, they pollinate our plants like oranges, anything down. And once we genetically modify our crops, it makes it harder for these bees and butterflies to pollinate, and it makes it dangerously unhealthy for all these bees to pollinate many crops because of the architectural problem. And my next point is the GMO crops become harmful to non-GMO crops. For example, if we start planting a lot of crops around genetically modified crops, around just regular non-GM crops, these crops could potentially make the soil toxic around it, meaning that they'll infect their non-GM crops, making it therefore the natural GM crop, the non-GM crop, being toxic also to bees and butterflies and any other pollinators that might be around. And I have a study here that says that GM crops release toxics into the soils. That means fewer soil bacteria with integral health soil plants to grow with the use of chemical fertilizer, meaning that bacteria and everything kills off all the non-GM crops and makes it harder for the soil and for it to grow naturally, meaning that if they sell it to a store and they say it's all natural, is it really? I don't believe it is. And so my third point is GMOs were intended to reduce pesticides, but they haven't. It's been reported that since 1995 through 2011, that genetically engineered crops have been led to increase the overall produced pesticide use by 404 million pounds from the first time they were introduced. Meaning that we've been using pesticides since we introduced GMOs, meaning we don't have any natural products anymore coming out from GMOs. And next we got Megan talking about the negative effects of economy.
As Stephen mentioned, I am going to talk about the negative effects on the health of our economy and how it causes the agriculture crops sales to drop. For example, GMO crops have cost the United States $12 billion in farm subsidies, lost sales, and product recalls due to transgenic contamination. So say you have an organic farmer, and he's next to a GMO farmer, and the GMO farmer's seeds get cross-pollinated into the organic farm. And because he's only licensed to grow organic product, now he can no longer sell the contaminated stuff. Now he also has to spend money to find out how far the contamination has gone, and fix the problem. Or say if the organic farmer sold the stuff and didn't know about it, or he did know, and was going to try to pass it off as organic, and the inspectors find out, or the company he sells it to finds out, then not only has he lost the trust and the business of his customer, but now his customer can sue him. Which happened in the case of China. The U.S. tried to sell China corn that they said was organic, and it ended up having their inspectors found the GMOs inside of it, and they sent back the corn, or the stripes of the corn, and they sent them back. The sales dropped 85%, and they sued the U.S. This happened around 2010 to 2011 when the economy around here kind of was dropping. This is part of it. And besides cross or transgenic contamination, it also has increased the use of Roundup, because when these cross-pollination of GMOs cross with weeds, they become resistant to pesticides. So now they have to increase their use of Roundup in their cotton fields. And not only that, sometimes as diseases, human diseases evolve, so do diseases attacking our plants. So the GMO doesn't necessarily protect the plant 100%. So if it evolves, they're at risk, which means they still have to pay for more pesticides to be laid down with GMO plants as well. So again, why are GMOs bad? Well, to sum it up, as Kevin talked about, they have negative impact on our physical health. They cause infertility answer. As Stephen talked about, it has a negative impact on our environment. And a good question to ask yourself is, why is our food being made by the largest pesticide manufacturer? And like I talked about, it has negative impacts on our economy. We lost our biggest customer over GMOs. So in other words, seeds are valuable. You can't eat money. And as we believe that banning the use of GMOs will not only improve our future, but the future of our generations to come. And with that, I would like to thank you for listening and invite other